Hi guys, Victor Macarias here. Now, welcome to the next episode of JesusVibes.com, The Buzz. Now, since our last episode, a lot has been happening in our social media world. For instance, there is a lot that is happening in the dating and relationship, mental health, political world, etc., even the sports. Now, without wasting time, we are going to begin. Now, church news, Vatican news. Reflection by Pope Leo. In a world scarred by conflicts which consume enormous economic, technological, and organizational resources in the production of arms and other types of military equipment, it has never been more important to dedicate time, people, and expertise to safeguarding life and health. Address to the participants in the plenary assembly of the Pontifical Academy for Life, February 16. Now, Pope Leo is talking about the value of safeguarding life, because wase wamekuwa lose life yao sana, wase wengi wana lose life sana, especially kwa war and other things. Now, Pope Leo also laments the impact of warfare, healthcare centers, saying their destruction. So a lot of fights zina lead to destruction of hospitals, madaktari wanakufa, especially in war zones, Yemen, Ukraine, Russia, and all those things. So he met on Monday with participants in the plenary assembly of the Pontifical Academy for Life. So anaongea sana kusumambia life. And then in the gospel of the day, the disciples had forgotten to bring bread, and they had only one loaf with them. So Pope Leo was talking about, making a reflection on Mark, the gospel according to Mark chapter 8, verse 14 to 21, where disciples walisahau kuleta bread na kubeba other stuffs. So wakati walienda kupreachia watu, ikakuwa kuna food, and he's insisting more on faith and hope. Now, back to Kenya. Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops launch 2026 Lenten campaign. Now, Catholic bishops also condemn arbitrary arrests due to different political opinions. Catholic bishops condemn arrest and excessive use of force by security agencies, including incidents at churches, demand investigations and prosecution of those responsible. Now, hii story imekuwa so worst to an extent whereby opposition anafuatwa mpaka kwa church, wanatupatia guys, they don't care who is in the church na vitu kama hizo. So hata kama ifanyiki kwa Catholic world ama kwa maybe in your space, ikifanyika kwa another church, actually it raises some concern, because kwa church kunapatikana watoi, people who are sick, the people who are not used to tear gas, especially kama wewe si ODM. Kenya Catholic bishops condemn violence also in places of worship. They demand probe. Now, hii story pia inagonga sana hii organization inaitwa IPOA. IPOA today, Sifuna in parliament alikuwa na talk about how the IPOA are complaining that they are understaffed, under-resourced, they don't have enough resources to do their work. Then wana complain lack of cooperation from the police agencies. So that is all in the church world. Now, matters to political world. Now, in Kenya, CS Badi urges Kenyans to shun protests after man was killed in Kitengela during Senator Sifuna's rally. Now, last weekend kumekuwa na issue, there is ODM imekuwa divided into two. Kuna Linda Ground faction na kuna Linda Mwananchi faction. So Linda Ground faction ndio ile ambao they are pro broad based. Linda Mwananchi faction ndio wale ambao wakitaki history, they are saying 2027 we need to make changes. So kumekuwa na hizo crack, and the Linda Mwananchi faction organized by Sifuna he organized a rally in Kitengela, na wase wali show up. People turned up in support, in solidarity. And then the Linda Ground faction was in Tononoka. So huku walitupiwa tear gas, and there were some interference from the police, ending, as a consequences of that, one person lost his life. So they are trying to help fight for justice. Now, Isaac Hassan resigns as IPOA chair board, says vice chairperson and Mwangi takes over. Now, Isaac Hassan amekuwa one of the people, one of the candidates ambao amekuwa elected kwa panel of the judges of the High Court. So, this guy was former commission chair in 2013 for the IBC commission chair 2013. Akatoka hapo akaenda kuwork with IPOA. Sasa ameenda kwa judge, bench of the High Court judges. Now, Kitutu Chache South MP Anthony Kabagendi barred, suspended indefinitely from parliament over his claims that the house has been auctioned. Now, what do I mean by the house? The house simply means the parliament. Now, wase wamekuwa kiteta sana, especially during the finance bill. Somebody said most of the MPs, they are available for hire. So president akitaka kupitisha kitu by force, wase wanakuwa hired, wanachagua ile kitu wanachagua, even it is kama inaumiza mwananchi. So huyu jamaa alileta hii story, Mheshimiwa Anthony Kibagendi from Kitutu Chache South, akaambia speaker kwa uso, the house has been auctioned. As a result of that, amekuwa banned indefinitely. So anaambiwa I withdraw and apologize, na aseme hiyo maneno si kweli, so that he can go back to parliament. So this is just some of the ways of government to silence critics. Now, PCS Davadi says this is not going to be easy for you, Sakaja. There'll be mudslingers all over the corners, but at the end of the day, without this initiative, we are in trouble. Now, kumekuwa na issue ambayo again, for the third time, kwanza ilifanyika na Sonko, Governor Sonko, former governor, Nairobi Governor Sonko, ikafanyika na anaitwa nani? No, this is the second time. Then imefanyika na Sakaja. Now, whereby county government of Nairobi is forced to relinquish some of its duties to the national government. Now, kulingana na hii story ina boil, some of the AMCs hawajabambika na hii story. They were not consulted, wananchi were not consulted. So MCAs wametishia kuinitiate impeachment against Governor Sakaja kwa sababu hawakufanya public participation. Then kuna wananchi already washakimbia kotini kumaliza hii story, wanasema due legal process was not followed. It's boiling nicely. But kwa nini magavana wetu wanashindwa kupiga job? Now, matters to entertainment. Corazon Kwamboka announced she will run for Nairobi Women Rep in 2027. Huyu ni socialite and entrepreneur. Corazon Kwamboka has announced her Women Rep bid in 2027. Anataka kwa seat Honorable Esther Passaris. Now, Liebe Kiki says she will charge $30. Listen, $30 to reply to messages going forward. Now, I'm a socialite. Socialite Liebe Kiki has announced that she'll reach. So, $30. So, $30. Say, dollar ni ngapi? Is it one? Let's work with 130. Now, 130 times 30. Message yako tu maybe utumiwe ka emoji ka kiss. Really? Sawa. Now, Bahati undergoes DNA test with a woman claiming to be his biological mother. Hey, sawa. So, then Pretty Vishi was admitted to hospital after a motorcycle accident. She's saying that God saved her. Vizuri kwa na matumaini na faith. Now, Nkatha Antonio stranded in Russia after JKIA aviation worker strikes causes nationwide flight delays. Now, kumekuwa na history ya KQ workers ambao waligo on strike. Tunajonga size is parastatals mingi za gava. Workers wanago on strike sana kwa sababu hawalipi mshahara ama mishahara inachelewa. Imekuwa trend, especially the culprit Ministry of Health doctors leo, next week nurses, the other week other technicians and all those. So wase wanalia lipidos. So KQ staffs wali down their tools for some hours, causing delay, about 4 hours delay in terms of flight. So kama kulikuwa na especially perishable goods ambazo zilikuwa zinaenda majuu, hiyo already ni hasara kwa vitu kama maua and other things. So sometimes government inafaa kuchukulia hizi vitu serious. Lil Maina and Kala Moto react to ongoing beef between Brooklyn Boys and Toxic Lyrically. Now, Toxic Lyrically is one of artists who are emerging, na ngoma zake zinasikizwa sana especially pale YouTube. So wamekuwa na beef na huyu jamaa anaitwa maboys wanaitwa Brooklyn Boys. So mvitatu za wasanii, tutaona mali itaishia, maybe itaishia kushoot ngoma or things like that. So Toxic Lyrically speaks out after street confrontation linked to ongoing beef with so kumekuwa na incident whereby supporters wa Toxic na wengine Brooklyn walipigana, leading to concern. So Toxic alikuwa na address issue, anasema we don't consign violence or property damage. Whatever happened in the street is not something I ordered. I stand on music, let the music talk. Let the numbers talk, let the people decide. End violence. So Toxic alikuwa forced to come out na ku end violence. Now VJ Patelo throws shade at rapper Toxic Lyrically over the trap dancehall. So VJ Patelo is also one of upcoming artists, but he's well known for anapenda kuimba hizi magengeton. So amekuwa kijaribu ku get attention ya Toxic, and Toxic amekuwa kimignore. So I don't understand why, but we shall see. Now matters mental health. Now kumekuwa na hii story ya tuaje Murashia. Murashia tall, white, handsome. Alikuwa na mashades, na hizo mashades zilikuwa zinaangalia mpaka dhambi yako, roho yako. So they had cameras. So aliweza ku approach different women, and TikTok has been bustling. Wengine wanasema ni over 400 videos, wengine wanasema ni over 100 and something videos. So later on alikuja aka release hizi video. So hii story catch attention ya MPs, people who are influencers, even the government. For instance, MP Millie Odhiambo, we need to be honest, anasema MP Millie Odhiambo. If a random Kenyan man were to approach a decent Kenyan woman for sex, would she willingly show up without question the way the women did with the Russian man? We must decolonize our mind that makes us believe that some races are more superior. Secondly, even though we live in a free world, self-respect is still paramount. So MP Millie Odhiambo anasema watu wajiheshimu, and then utaweza avoid such kind of embarrassment. Now kulikuwa na hii trend kwa social media ambao mademo walikuwa anasema kwamba like this guy was I don't know, he was not natural. Then kuna mtu alijibu pale akisema but there is one lady who said no, and she happened not to be a Kenyan. She was actually from Ghana. So hii story bado ina buzz, and gava imeissue warrant of arrest. So huyu jamaa alikuwa anatumia tu 5 mistari tu 5 peke yake. I'm from Russia, I like your dress, come with me, you look nice, look sweet, all those things. Na ukienda ukiambia msichana wetu I'm from Budalangi, I'm from Webuye, I'm from Kitengela, I'm from Nyeri, I like your dress, come with me, utapigwa na standards. nasikia I don't go anywhere with I don't follow any strangers nini. So ni debate bado inaendelea. Sisi wanaume tunahitaji haki zetu. We need to, when we tell them you are nice, come with me, they should come with us. Now, Eric Omondi begins construction of Sisi kwa Sisi Rescue Center after completing Nairobi to Mombasa fundraising work. So Eric Omondi again ni philanthropist moja mnoma sana, aliamua ku raise funds ku come up na rescue center. Hii rescue center itakuwa ina deal sana na watu wao ambao wako kwa physical abuse, child abuse, all sorts of child abuse. Pia yani just a rescue center. So wasao Kenya wamemsupport na naendelea. So hizo ni matters of mental health. Government pursuing Russian national over secret recording and circulation of Kenyan women's intimate content, urges survivors to seek counseling. So kama ni dem ambayo ulisalimiwa na ukaenda huko mahali ulienda, ukajipata huko mahali ulienda na ukaonekana, tunajua sometimes image is important. So government may offer free counseling and other things. So please fuatilia, take care of yourself. And then family of Kenyan man who joined the Russian military appeals for help after he goes missing. Now, joblessness, unemployment imekuwa ni issue big sana kwa Kenya, especially among the youths. Wasengo wamesoma, wasengo kuna mapapers, so kuna watu wana take advantage of that, and wase wanakuwa lured ati wanaenda job majuu, unajipata wewe ni soja unapigania Russia ama unapigania Ukraine. Kumbuka kuna vita inaendelea kati ya Russia na Ukraine. So I don't know what is happening, but we are seeing our sons dressing in Russian combats, wanapigana huko. So please, government should intervene and see how to stop this thing. Wasa wafai ku take advantage. Now, matters to health, according to Citizen, Gates Foundation denies claims Bill Gates Foundation denies claims Bill Gates behind release of modified mosquitoes on Kenyans. Now, kumekuwa na issue kwamba the Bill Gates Foundation waswalingia lab waka modify mosquitoes zikakuwa released. We don't know what is the reason behind ama kutuka hizo, but the foundation imedeny hiyo story. Nasema hiyo ni story tu za jaba. Now, this month also tumekuwa na 21-year-old KMTC student Cheryl Adhiambo, anatoka Huruma, was shot dead in Huruma, Nairobi, under unclear circumstances, with locals saying she was hit by a stray bullet during a police pursuit on Saturday night. Na kulingana ile story kwa ground, John ilikuwa kwa ground, polisi walikuwa wanakimbiza mwezi, wakamshika, but I think the intentions were not clear. So mwizi alijaribu kuhepa, and nalikuwa amefungwa pingu, and they shot, and nikapata msichana ambaye alikuwa anachoma samaki somewhere, raising money for her transport to study in KMTC. She died there on the spot. So kumekuwa na hiyo issue for 2 weeks. Hata kulikuwa na maandamano last week about police brutality, especially young people. So young people wanadai sana under unclear circumstances. Kitengela hii wiki tu, hizi wiki mbili tumepoteza 2 lives. Kitengela tumepoteza mtu, and then Huruma tumepoteza mtu. Now, the common thing with this is that wengi ni vijana. Ukiangalia historia ya wale wase tumepoteza since finance bill, wengi ni vijana. Young people are losing a lot of young people are losing their lives. Now, kule Rwanda, from psychological page Instagram, Paul Kagame, His Excellency Paul Kagame, the president of Rwanda, anasema, I have closed over 6,000 churches and mosques in my country, and I'm now demanding a theology degree for every religious leader. Stop playing with people's faith and making it a business. Now, sijui Kenya tutafika hapa lini, but I think that's a start. Kwa hizi makanisa zetu, we see things that are crazy. People ending up even losing their lives in the name of faith, especially what's happening with Shakahola thing, other things. Watu wanaibiwa, wengine wana predict mamvua ziko, manja ziko, dunia inaisha ziko. So na sana believe. So Paul Kagame ameteka stand, kuja na theology degree, kama sio hivyo wachana na hiyo kazi. Haya, this guy anaitwa Top Life Coach from Instagram. Akona page yake anaitwa Top Life Coach. Sorry. My brother, do not add womanizing to your hustle. It will delay your blessings. One woman is enough. Nasikia madudes. So tunaambiwa do zetu tukipata tusiangalie skirt sana, na kama ni lazima awe moja, so that we remain focused. Anyway, sasa so from Radio 47, Dr. Ofweneke anasema an intelligent woman does not ask for money from a man. Her behavior will automatically put her into the budget of a man. Is this true? Well, I don't know, but wanaume pia tukipendwa vizuri pesa utoka tu. So yeah, matters to psychology. Also Daily Mail Instagram, a grandma 92 years old goes viral after scaling 7 feet gate to escape nursing home. So huyu grandma amechoka kukaa nursing home, matters of mental health, mepanda gate ameruka amekimbia. Aya, we have again from Instagram, we have Dr. Dranu Radhans, an advice kwamba we should respect our bodies na tuzuie kuvua nguo mbele ya watoto, especially wazazi. Kuna wale unaona mtoto mdogo, no matter how old the child is, atunasema huyu haelewi nini afanyika, unavua mabra nini, the child ako pale anaona. Dr. Runaradhans anasema kwamba it is bad. Anasema kwamba some kids might grow up being perverts. So tujiangalie. Aya, Tuko News Instagram, keep spending all your money and time building up girls. Other men will enjoy your work. Yani tuanga Mystique. Now Mystique anakuanga, she's the one who always say nowadays it is difficult to understand relationship because you don't know if a person wants love or money or resources. So hapa hivi anasema an advice wanaume, chukua msichana, somesha, fanya kila kitu nini, nafika huko juu, wengine wana enjoy. I don't know, but this one is from a female perspective. So huyo ni Dr. anaitwa Mystique. And then we have matters to do with health. Now, Kenyatta National Hospital performs Kenya's first orbital facial prosthesis in public hospital, restoring hope to cancer patient. I'll admit, tafanya more research kuhusu hii orbital facial prosthesis ni nini. But kuna hopes. This guy ni kama macho ilikuwa imeharibika and it was replaced due to cancer issues. So I'll do more research on that and I'll come and explain to you. Then we have a man pleads for help after saying he has been experiencing discharge in his urine, which started after having unprotected pleasure with a partner he met at home. First juni home yoshago ama ni wapi, but this guy aliamua ku enjoy nyama bila kalatasi and that's it. So jamaa anaungua, anachomeka. And this should be a lesson to all the young people out there. Tusipime na macho. Tusipime na macho. Ati unaona nyash nini mafurambanya ziko sawa. Ama unaona yeye ma 6 packs nini tolda kama ule mrasha. Tusipime na macho, watu ni wagonjwa hapa nje, people are not healthy. So please take caution. From Instagram, Pashogram, popular media personality Natalie has shared a raw and honest account of her life with endometriosis. So sana sana hii inakaa ni shida ya mgongo, and alikuwa anasema pale ni is it not shida ya mgongo, is it liver man, I don't know, stomach problems, whatever. So anyway, we'll do more research on that. So for the first time confess kwamba she has been having a health problem. So viewers, pia mfanye research on what does that means, ina entail nini, inapatikana aje na vitu kama hizo. Then matters of corruption. Starehe Boys Center on the spot after Auditor General flagged the school for charging parents fee up to, skiza, 300,000, exceeding the Education Ministry's recommendation of 67,244 cap in 2024. Cap inamaanisha Act of Parliament. Now, national schools waliambiwa the highest they can charge parents is 67,444. And then we have provincial schools, which is 56,000. Then we have county schools, which are I think 36, 37, something there. And then we have district schools, which they should be at least between 28 to 29. Now, question is, why are we paying school fees na yet kumekuwa na hiyo government capitation? Wakati wa Kibaki, primary was free, secondary was partially free. Actually, mimi form 1 nilisoma na 3,000 per term in a provincial school. Yes, during my days, Our Lady of Fatima 2022 or 28, nilingia na school fees ya 3,000. Ulikuwa unalipa 9k umemaliza story ya school fees for the whole year. Kuna mpaka meals ndani. So hiyo ilikuwa time ya Obako, the former president, may God rest his soul in peace. But sahiyo my parents are paying hundreds and hundreds of thousands per term or in a whole education whatever. Na still education is not even quality. So nafaa kuangalia hii story. Machakos County government ordered to pay 4.2 million to a chief executive county minister fired for claiming governor Wavinya Ndeti would serve only one term. So msi alilia tu one term, government akasikia akaonyeshwa kalamu. So court imeorder the county government to pay him. Politicians get, this is Mukuruini member of parliament, MP John Kaguchia, has alleged that politicians get 100,000 in every parliamentary meeting at State House. Kwa sababu basi wanapenda kwenda State House. Ukienda tu pale, tukufu rice, kunywa chai, natoka na 100k kwa mfuko. Hiyo pesa inatoka wapi? We have issues with paying our staffs as a government. We have a deteriorating health system. We have issue of underfunded education system. Mastude wapati help. Wale wamemaliza wanafanya internship wapati job. Yet kuna mtu anaenda tu State House anapewa 100,000 just like that because anasema 2 term. So ama 1 term ama 0 term ama whatever term anataka kusema. So Auditor General amekuwa kicomplain sana kwamba kuna a lot of mismanagement of resources. So that is matters to do with corruption. Now we have extras. Extras ni kwamba we need to talk about this guy. Anasemanga mimi ndio Sifuna, katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM na kiranja wa walio wachache katika bunge la Senate na hizo mengi. So all of a sudden for the past 2 weeks Sifuna ndiye amekuwa brand and is resolute ana relate sana na young people and this issue of ODM from since politics ianze since 2007 ODM was built is a political party that was built in the streets. ODM was not built in boardroom. That's why unaona chama zingine zinakuja, they produce president na inaisha. ODM has a structure. And it seems like one person is reflecting the identity of ODM. Wasana jongo ODM ni tiagas, kidogo kidogo tuko na presidential candidate, kidogo kidogo tumeenda election. So Sifuna and the rest of the group wamekuwa maintain the identity, telling people that Raila did not, the former prime minister, the late former prime minister Raila Amolo Odinga did not tell them to go to broad-based. Na kumekuwa na hiyo crack. But Sifuna has been the talk of the town. He's still organizing rallies. So wacha tuone. Now, kwa matters of TikTok challenge, these are what we call extra. So we have this dancer from USA anaitwa MD Chris, and kuna huyu mwingine anaitwa Maicon, is from Brazil. So hasa wanakuanga na hii dance na kama kadoli kana dance. Jini robot, not robot. It's like a doll. So kumekuwa na hii challenge. So you can go to TikTok, no follow us and one exactly what they are trying to introduce. Then what has been trending on TikTok new platform ni pia history ya the speech ya party leader. Naitwanga youth leader. Na nataka power. Nataka power. So it has been the talk of the town. This guy was former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's brother. The brother to Raila Odinga, former Prime Cabinet Minister, Prime Minister. Now, Oburu took over the leadership of ODM under unclear circumstances, and nalingia kama interim sasa until watu ende NDC wafanye chaguzi, wachague party leader. Babu Wino anamezea kiti mate. SG Sifuna ameenda kutolewa kwa kiti yake kwa sababu ya mapingamizi yake na hiyo stand. So kumekuwa na a lot of wrangles, but Oburu has been giving speeches, and the people are seeing him as someone who is old or someone who is being used just for a cause, and then ikiisha ni hivyo. But anyway, tutaona vina mali itaenda. Now matters to sports. Scottsdale in current sponsors Mbavu the Destroyer and Majembe to a fully paid 5-day vacation in Mombasa. Now Mbavu the Destroyer na Majembe wali hit sana TikTok, wakakuja wakaorganiziwa boki hapa City Hall na walipigana, na show ili raise about 5 million. Now these guys were paid, one was paid 600 and something shillings. The other one was paid it was less than 600. Mwingine alikuwa paid about 300. I don't know, it was just less than 500 to each of them. Surely raise 5 million. So kulikuwa na concern kwamba why are our sports in Kenya dying? The promoters wanaibia the athletes. Waswanaenda pale wana hype, ndo unaona boki na kufa. Vitu kama boki zinakufa. Waswana raise do, these guys you need to pay them. Hasa wamechapana ring round karibu 6-7. Wameumia, hata pesa kwenda hosi hakuna. They don't even have insurance. Wakishapigana waswana chukua hizo do. Inafuatwa cheo tabia mbaya. So and then tuko na Alchemist Bar in a host fight nights on first Tuesdays of every month. Now fight nights ni hizi za UFC Ukiona UFC kickboxing. So kama wewe ni fan wa UFC, kuna live in Kenya, tafuta Alchemist Bar, enda pale, book your ticket na uone. Now so sahi kuna msee amejitokezea, I think inaitwa Scottsdale in Karen wameamua kusponsor majamaa for vocation, so at least tuweze kuangalia stories za hao wase wetu wasiende up kwa use. Kenya's Shujaa win their third match at the 2026 HSBC World Rugby Sevens at 15-10 victory over Germany. Now Kenya sana sana inajulikananga sana kwa rugby na mbio, so ani mademu wetu wanajiita the Lions, walienda pale and they won the match. Lionesses. Aya, Matters to Sports International. Now hapa sasa ndo kuna kizungumkuti. Na ukiangalia English Premier League, mafano wa Arsenal wako na hopes wanabeba hii ligi, but yesterday when they were playing against Wolves, they bottled wali throw away lead ya 2-0. Mafans wao wameshika ngori sana social media, wanatukanana left right and center. So Arsenal sasa iko na 58 points. Initially it was 57, but sasa wako na 58. Hiyo ilikuwa game on hand. Man City are really breathing on their neck. So then Man City, they are in Arsenal, they are still in first position. Man City, they are in the second position. Aston Villa position 3, Manchester United position 4, Chelsea position 5, followed by Liverpool position 6. Hizo zingine utaangalia. Then wale ambao wanafightia relegation, we have Wolves ambao walitoa Arsenal jasho jana, then at 10 points sahi. Before Chelsea ilikuwa 9 points. We have Burnley, and then we have West Ham, and then we have Nottingham Forest. Then we have Tottenham to 16, position 16. So even ndo Premier League iko. Now ukienda kule Serie A, that is Italian League, Inter Milan wanaongoza jedwali, followed by AC Milan, then the defending champions Napoli, and then AS Roma ambao wako number 4, then Juventus. Then kuna hii team ambayo inakochiwa na Cesc Fabregas, former Arsenal coach, former Arsenal player, former Barcelona player, former Chelsea player, ako number 7. Then wale wanapigania relegation battle ni Verona, Pizza na Verona number 20, Pizza number 19, Fiorentina number 18. Then crossover to La Liga, we have Real Madrid ambao wanaongoza jedwali with 60 points, followed by Barcelona, Villarreal number 3 and Atletico Madrid number 4. Wale ambao wanafightia relegation ni Real, Oviedo, Levante and Mallorca. Then going to Champions League, Arsenal walimaliza position 1 because they didn't lost any match kwa group stages ama kwa league stages, followed by Bayern Munich, followed by Liverpool, followed by Tottenham, followed by Barcelona, and lastly Chelsea at position 6. Then Man City at position 8. So almost all the English Premier League teams zilimaliza top 10. Now Tottenham is performing well in Champions League but is performing poor in the local league. Zile timu ambazo zilitoka Kairat, Villarreal, Slavia, Eintracht, Ajax, Copenhagen, Napoli, Atletico Club, PSV, Union Saint whatever, Pafos and Marseille etc. So hao ni wale ambao wameweza kuchujwa from Champions League. Now again tawachana hii quote. Hii wiki Catholics wamekuwa celebrate the Ash Wednesday, beginning the Lenten campaign. So tumekuwa na misa ya Ash Wednesday and tumekuwa na Father James ambaye napenda sana kutufunza sana katika mahubiri yake. Though he was insisting on being keen on things that we love to do as a sign of repentance. Sometimes sikwangi good at cramming Bible, but najua tu imeandikwa mahali we should love God more than the sin that we do, especially when you're struggling with things like lust, you're struggling with things like gossip, vitu kama hizo. So we are called to love God more than that sin. Hapo tunaweza pata grace. And then for every sacrifice that we make, at least we offer it for the souls in purgatory, conversion of sinners, and peace in the world. So that's all, folks. Until then, I will also encourage you to watch the next episode of the podcast, which will be relationship and dating, episode 2. The topic will be cheating or unfaithfulness, relationship, marriage. Itakuwa moto, so stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. Have a blessed day, blessed night, blessed evening, and all the blessings that you can get. Ciao.